Memorial Day weekend. I'm very excited to be here with you. This is a coaching show. So if you are ending up watching this and there is no coaching clients, then we will end the broadcast. It is Labor Day weekend, and so I kind of have a feeling that we may or may not have people coming on. But the most important part about this particular program is coaching. And as I'm developing this new software, so we just switched from one software system to another, I can kind of expect that people won't be able to make it as they're trying to figure out the new software with me. And so, but what I would love to say is if you are watching, and I'm excited if you are, um, I'm grateful that you're here. And there is so much that the internal guidance system can do for your life. And I can't wait for you to be able to experience it as you watch other people being coached in this environment. I'm super excited about that. If we don't get any coaching clients because it is Labor Day weekend, I myself just ran off the beach because I was with my family and friends. 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday was one of the times where it was most available for my students to be able to show up. And we'll see how it goes when it comes to it being an actual holiday weekend. So I'm going to stay on here for about another minute. If you want to, if you're watching and you would like to send me some comments in the chat, that would be wonderful. I'd love to be able to answer any questions you have because we do have a couple of people watching. And I'm going to keep this to a strictly coaching show. I have been kind of like filling the space while I wait for people to like show up, and I'm not going to do that anymore. Like if somebody's not here to coach, I'm just going to hang up and go on with my life. I have had this very interesting experience lately. I think part of it's like being in my mid 50s. I think you could even call it late 50s, if I'm honest. That I am just not going to waste my time. So if there are people here who want to be coached in the next, like, minute or two, and they get to the link and they make it happen, awesome. If not, I'm just going to hang up and go on with my life. I've spent the last 29 years engaged in this, and a heavily 20 years doing this full time. And so um, the effect of using the internal guidance system is pretty amazing and incredible and powerful. And yet, for some reason, it's not taken off. And so part of me is like, kind of in a place where it's like, if this doesn't take off soon, I might just like do something different. Ooh, Lisa's here. Good. That's a good sign. Hey, Lisa. I'm like,
Hey, how you doing?
good. Happy you're here.
Yeah, me too. I've got a 21-year-old cat that's in kidney failure, so I'm like rushing around trying to get everything done.
I understand that. I just had a 23-year-old cat we finally had to put down. The poor guy, he just couldn't get up anymore. But
uh,
man, so are you willing to come on camera or hello? Let me try this again. Hold on. Something happened here. Lisa, I'm with a new software system. Please tell me I didn't. Hold on. I might have done something. It is, there you go. You're back. Oh, so it is a completely new software system. So I did go through all the instructions, but then I was like, there's a lot. This is a very robust. It's more robust than when I used to work in radio. Anyways, hi girl, what's up?
hey, okay, so I did the training on what you asked about what opens me.
Hmm.
So,
As far as your career and what you want to do,
right, right. So in healing, I got yes and a no.
there's no yes or no. There's only alignment or misalignment, and it's a breadcrumb thought or a non-breadcrumb thought.
Okay, well,
There is no.
open
There
and
is
then
no. Yeah.
open then closed. Open then
Okay.
closed.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's all. It's always in relationship to what you're thinking.
Okay.
So you got. So tell me what the what you were working with. What
So
was
I
the
just went
first
through
thought?
the,
What
I
is
don't
that in the
remember.
background?
Oh, it's my husband. He's cooking in the kitchen. I
Oh,
don't have like a bedroom I can
yeah,
go into.
that's okay.
Um, so let's see, a career in healing, and then it opened, and then it closed.
Nope, there's no closing. Either you had a career in healing and then you had a thought about that, and that is what closed you.
Okay, I don't remember what the thought was. If I had it, it was very
That's why you have to keep doing the training with the Stress to
okay.
Happiness program, because
Okay,
literally our mind is always having a reaction to the information that's getting.
okay,
And
okay.
so, yep.
All right. So then I did a career in teaching music, which is what I've been doing all my life. And I got a yes on that, and then I
There's
got,
no yes.
I mean,
There's only
okay,
an
an
opening.
open. Sorry, I got an
No,
open
it's
on that.
so important because it's about alignment. Okay, as soon as
Yeah.
this, I want to educate you and relax. You're not doing anything wrong.
Okay.
You're not doing anything
Anything
wrong. You're a baby IGSer. You're just starting out with finding a new way to work with your mind. And your mind is like, I got it wrong. No, you're not doing anything wrong. So this is the way I want to think about it. Look at me. Okay. You have a blueprint of your life and it's on a piece of paper laid out in front of you. Right?
Yeah.
And there's all these wonderful trajectories of all the different areas, family, personal relationship, my health, all this, like it's all laid out. And then, so there's this blueprint. And then your mind is trying on top of that blueprint to give you direction. And what'll happen is it'll skew you way off here. Oh, we're afraid of that. So we're not going to actually go there. Now you're over here and you're off your blueprint. Your blueprint's over here. You're over here and you're in the weeds, right? So
Yep.
it's not about yes or no, because your thoughts are what carry you back to your perfect blueprint. So it's not a yes, because here's what happens. If your mind thinks it's a yes, then it goes, I'm locked in. It's a yes. That's not what it is. You are slowly bringing yourself back from this being in the weeds,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
One slight thought after another, one navigational moment in the compass of another, of getting yourself back into alignment. And then when it comes back into alignment, your body goes, I'm in flow. I'm in
Right.
flow. Everything feels right. It feels good. I'm in it, like goes. In fact, many people have like whenever there's a real thought that is in alignment, they get chills through their body. And that's how you know.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So if it's a yes, then you're still going to be off in the weeds. It's not a yes. It's an opening that's of a thought that is a breadcrumb that will bring you back into alignment with your purpose.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
this thought is more aligned. I need to stay with this thought. So, and then here's the other piece. You said, I got a yes and a no. You got an opening, and then immediately you got a closing, because you got an opening. I'm in the healing arts. And then your closing was probably like, I don't know how to market it. I don't know how to do that. I can't make money that way. Whatever it was, the immediate shutdown, that will go away as you continue the practice of your mind shutting you down with all
Okay.
the realistic expectations that the people from your past had about you,
Yeah.
and all the cultural expectations about how you can make money and what you're supposed to do. So it's not a yes and a no. It's, I got an opening to that, which means it's more aligned. The changing of your thinking as you begin to use your IGS from a yes or a no to a more aligned, less aligned, is equally as important as the guidance you're getting.
Yeah.
And then that immediate response from your mind that gave you the closing is the thing that won't let you be on your blueprint. Is the
Right.
thought that won't let you believe it's possible. Is
Right.
the experience that your mind believes it has about what's true that is not true. Does that
Right.
make sense to you?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what's next?
There's a lot of resistance. Yeah. Um, so then I did working with animals only, especially horses, and I got open. First, I got neutral, and then I got
How
open.
big was the opening?
You know, that whole neutral thing is so elusive.
Consider neutral opening. There's no constriction. It's opening.
Okay, all right.
As a baby person, we're still kicking on the side of the pool instead of actually swimming,
Yeah.
right? And your body's above water. You're good. Neutral is an opening. Let's just call it that for now as you're learning to do this.
Okay, and then working only with people, I got open, and then
Only. So let's look at so you're
yeah,
so this your exercise that I gave you was not about asking questions of your internal guidance system. And that's what you're doing.
oh,
Your exercise was to look at what would actually make your heart sing. What is to move through what is it that I would really love to do? If I could do anything in my life, what would it be? Because I'm going to give the history for the people listening and the people who will be listening to this recording. So you and I started out with you being in the Recreating You game and coming in and in the coaching sessions of that, right?
yeah,
You were doing it, you're a guitar teacher and you wanted to move into just doing your healing work that you do. And you've studied for a long time. And if I'm wrong in any of this, let me know. But you studied for a long time and done a lot of ways in which you can heal people. And you've been doing it for a while for free. And what you wanted to do is start charging for that because you would like to be making more money. And so I gave you a specific way to start marketing. Let's stop with the pen because you're making noise in the background.
oh, sorry.
There you go. It's okay. So I gave you a specific way to easily create a whole bunch of business, although you didn't tell me it was virtual and that business cards wouldn't work, which would have been helpful for me to know because we could have kind of come up with something on that
Like,
call.
well, I sort of I thought about it later. I'm like, whoa, you know.
Wait, yeah, but we could have come up with something just as easy, right? You can give, anyways. We won't go through there, but you can have a picture of a QR code that takes them right to the discount. I mean, there's all. I could have given you the actual news you needed, but anyways, we can still do that because you're in our program and you're able to get coaching, and I'll share with you how to do that to build your business. But and then you came into a coaching call, and then you threw at me out of nowhere. Well, actually, I don't want to be doing healing at all. I want to be working with animals.
Healing animals.
Still, I'm giving you solutions to what you're giving me.
Yeah.
So out of that, I said, okay, I cannot help you if you're actually not giving me what you really want to do. And this is so normal. Just everybody, just so you know, we always go for like what we think we can do to make money versus what our heart's content is, because we don't believe what is our heart's content of what we really want to do can actually make money. This is a great way that the enemy keeps us off track and not living our purpose, not living in our divine destiny. Oh, you can't do that. All it takes is one person that the enemy has put in our life to say, you can't make money doing that, and it will keep us off track for years. So I sent you a way to really figure out what you want to do, not to ask questions of your internal guidance system, not to use your internal guidance system to say, I want to work with people, I want to work with this. So there is your internal guidance system that will give you guidance on your thoughts. It's only giving you guidance on your thoughts. Then there is Lisa, who has been craving something for a very long time and has a dream about what her life could look like. And that has to come from you. I'm not asking you to give up your power of who you are and set it up to where your IGS has all the answers. Your IGS is another tool. Your internal guidance system is another tool. What's really important is for you to look at, what is it that I would want to do if I could have anything in my life without anything being an obstacle at all?
I would just be a musician.
Now that's different from animals.
Yeah. Well, animals is where when I was really young, that was what I wanted to do.
But you see
I
how you're
thought.
flipping me, or I can't, as a
Well,
coach,
I know
you're
that's
you're flipping me all over the place, and I can't give you guidance and structure because you're not clear.
well. See, I was hoping that the IGS would make me clear on
No,
no.
no, that's not how it works. So, and
Ah.
I understand. No,
Okay.
the IGS can give you guidance to keep you on your divine blueprint, your ultimate life's mission, goal, the thing that is you're here to do on a divine level, the moments of your life that were really important. That's number one. We're going to push that aside. Since you were born, you have been told who you're allowed to be, what's possible for you, and what's
Mm-hmm.
not possible for you. And that has been competing with your truest heart's desire. And so what happens is we have our truest heart's desire. We've been told we can't have. So then we start trying to figure out a way to make money and hopefully get to do that thing that we are the most passionate about.
Right.
And we've seen it as you and I have been coaching over various calls. So what I need you to do is I need you to not use your internal guidance system right now. And I need you to drop into, if I could have anything at who I am right now and what I want more than anything, what is it that I would like to be doing with the rest of my life? I used to think that I wanted to be on big stages. I wanted to be on big stages so that more people could learn about what this work is. Not because Zen wanted to be standing in front of 50,000 people, because I believed if I could stand in front of 50,000 people would get their internal guidance system and the world would change. When I actually looked at what I want to be living in a little tiny town where nobody knows who I am, online, transforming as many lives as I can. When I turn off the computer, I go back into a place where I get to just be me and nobody knows who I am. I do not want to be famous. I do not want to have any recognition. That is so boring and not interesting to me. I want to have the work doing extraordinary things. I want to have a bunch of students who are incredible, doing incredible things. And I get to be like, yay. When it gets hard, come back and I'll coach you. And you go work with 100,000 people, and you work with 100,000 people, and you work with 100,000 people, and you work with 10 million people. And I will support all of those leaders from my little tiny hometown in Idaho.
Idaho. I was wondering where you were.
I'm in northern Idaho, and I don't want to be on big stages. I don't need that. I want thousands of people who are experts in this work, that it is their life's mission and they are filled with passion to take the IGS work into the world. And I work 5 hours a day supporting them, cuddle with my husband, have fun times with us as a family. I want a normal, simple Mayberry life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So your job right now is to drop in, and there's two pieces. One is looking at what is it that I really, really, really want. And every time that what you really want comes out, your mind is going to say, yeah, but you're too old. Yeah, but it's never worked. Yeah, but nobody makes money this way. Yeah, but it's going to do that. And I want you to write all the yeah, buts down on a separate piece of paper, because we're going to see what opens you and what doesn't. And I really think that in the midst of it all, there's a combination of Lots of things. There's, I want to be a musician. What does that look like? Do you really want to be a musician on stage with 100,000 people and touring?
No, I don't want to be that kind. I want to be just, I want to write
Right.
at home.
Okay.
At home.
Right. So write that out. I want to write at home. Right. And then, so what kind of musician? What does that look like? How does that look like? Who do I cooperate with? Who do I build with? How am I seen? What am I known for? Like, go in, like pretend. What I would love for you to do is pretend that you and God are sitting there before you even existed, and you're coming up with the perfect thing you would do on planet Earth.
Okay.
Write it all out. When the yeah buts come up, put them on a separate piece of paper. You're so silly. You're too old. This is ridiculous. You can't make any money. You have whatever, doesn't matter. Write the yeah buts out, because most of them are closing, and you'll see that when you read through them. Maybe one or two are opening, and you're like, oh, that's interesting. That opens me. That's not the way to go. And then you can incorporate it into your plan. There's something about animals. There's something about healing. I am Lisa, and I am going to drop into the planet, and here is what I would love my life to look like. Get rid of you have to have a career for 30 years. This is how you make money. Get rid of all that. Just look at what you would like to be doing on a daily level, and what you would like the outcome of your work to create. Don't check it with your IGS right now. We first have to get out the guts of what you are and you've been thinking of. Make sure you put the yeah buts on a separate page.
Okay.
Then we can go back. We can read through what you looked at, and we'll see what opens you. Then,
Okay.
not in the beginning, it'll limit you because you're a baby with your internal guidance system.
Yeah.
And so every time you're going like this, like you'll have a good thought that'll open you, and then your mind will clamp down on you. Eventually, your mind will get into the act and will stop limiting you.
Right.
Or you'll be able to have the wherewithal as an observer of your internal guidance system to be able to go, oh, I had that thought and it just closed me. That means that thought's not true. I can get rid of it. But you don't have that right now. You've got to slow down. You've only had like 8 days of training, maybe 2 weeks of training. It takes a little bit of time working with your mind. Stop with your pen. And love you. And go from there, and then we'll do it again. We'll do it again, and we'll work from there. But like, really, here's the thing. Your desires are breadcrumbs that you were encoded with from the day you were born. But you're coming into a construct where everybody wants to make sure you're not disappointed in life. And so as you came in with these big, high, I want to fly. Think about the Wright brothers. I want to fly. And everybody around them said, that's the most moronic, stupid thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
You're a human. You can't fly.
Yeah.
And his brother, who luckily they chose to be together, was like, I want to fly too. We don't know. I think his brother was kind of like, you're a moron, but I know that whatever you want to do, I want to make sure you get to do. Because my desire is to figure out how to engineer whatever you want to do. I kind of feel like that's how it actually was. I don't know actually, but I just feels internally like one brother was like, I want to fly. And the other brother was like, I think that's crazy, but if you want to do it, my desire is to make sure that you get to do it.
Yeah. Kind of like the painter, cut off his ear, which
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh and his brother totally supported him. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sounds like something a kid of mine would do. I'm going to support this kid in cutting off his ear. No, anyways, my point is those things come in at birth. And you got talked out of them, and you've got to get your way back to them, because your blueprint is the thing that you really want to do. And since I've known you in this short period of time of maybe 2 to 3 weeks, you have no clue what you really want to do. You're like,
I know. No, I agree.
Yeah. So your IGS cannot help you. You're off in the weeds. Now, as you're writing this out, you'll feel the openings and you'll feel like, oh my gosh. And then all of a sudden it's like, it's not possible. I have to shut it down. I don't want you to do that because it's not possible. I have to shut it down. You'll feel the closing. That's not your IGS. So right now, just like I want you to go back and do an exercise. I'm going to write a book about who Lisa was meant to be before she got here. And you and God are writing out your history and your story, looking at like, here's what I'm here to do, and just have a good time with it and be creative for a little while.
Okay.
And then you can tell me what's up, and we can use your IGS to strategize how that's going to happen, because it'll happen with flow. Mm-hmm. Once you've locked into what it is that you're really passionate and loving about, then you just drop into your morning and you're like, okay, show me what I need to do today to have this happen.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Yes.
Okay.
And
thank you.
Don't tell anybody in your life you're doing this that you don't trust to talk you out of it.
Okay.
You've had enough of that.
Yeah, I have.
Keep it inside for now, okay?
Okay, I will.
All right. I love you. Can't wait to find
out.
We've got some chats here. Let's see. Let's see. So we got Sky. Okay. And then it looks like a bunch of people tried to get online. So we're working with the new software, everybody. I was a little bit late. I was out having fun on Labor Day, and I got a little bit. So we'll see how this works. It's my fault. And I do apologize. I was late. All of a sudden I was like, it's Sunday on Labor Day. I got to go and look at my hair's all messed up. I look a mess. But anyways, Lisa, thank you for being here. I love you, everybody.
Thank you.
I will be back.
Love you too, Zen.
And we'll talk soon. Mwah. Okay. Bye for now.
Thanks. All righty.